Hey guys, my name is Marc Dressen, you're watching MDTV, and today we're going to talk about what's your purpose in life and how can you find out what it is. I'll help you with that, so stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about a different topic. We're going to talk about purpose. Because quite frankly, when I walk to work, for example, and today the sun is shining, it's like, it's perfect environment for people to be happy, and they're not happy. And I'm just wondering, what's going on? Why can't you just smile or be happy? And quite frankly, a lot of times why people are not happy is because, or let's say it that way, they talk about it. They say my job is crap, my health is crap, I don't have the money, I don't have the car, I don't have the house, I don't have this, I don't have that. All of these things you don't have make you feel bad. And that's, makes sense to me. But at the end of the day, you're the person who has the choice. You have a choice every day, every hour, every second. And the choices you make determine the life you're going to live. It's very that simple. Now, when you think about your purpose, or let's say dream in your life, what you want to accomplish, most of the time where you're not there yet is, first of all, it could be fear. It could be you're scared of it, or it's like fear driven. Or on the other side, it's pleasure driven. Pleasure means maybe the dream is not clear enough to you. You don't really know what your dream is, so there's no reason to go towards that. So fear is sort of pushing you away, and pleasure is something you want to go towards. Now, I've got five steps I normally use to get people where they want to be, and it could be any sort of goal, but I figured that this also works for purpose and happiness and whatever you want in life. So this is a very basic question, guys. Just ask yourself, what is it that you want? And when I asked myself this question the first time, it sounds so basic and so profound that I thought, well, what does that mean, Mark? What do you mean, like, what do you want? But you need to really think about it. What do you really want in life? And take some time. And it could be, whatever it is you want. Most of the time, the things that you really want are sometimes linked to your purpose, because once let's say you want to be free, you want to have freedom. Freedom is something and then again, what does freedom mean? It means maybe freedom of money. You can do whatever you want, when you want, and where you want. If that's freedom, then you need to figure out how to get there. So think about what you want in life. And then also a good example for what I talked before is lots of people come up with what they don't want. I don't want to be fat, I don't want this, I don't want that. That is good, but state it in a positive. So let's take a body shape, for example. Let's say I don't want to be fat. Then you know that you don't want to be fat. So what you want is you want to be skinny. So state it in the positive. Quite easy, right? So what do you want? Number one. Now, number two is nearly as important as number one. So once you know what you want, now you need to figure out, how will you know you've got it? This might sound really crazy, but if you don't know when you've got it, might mean that you will run after this goal your whole life. And at one point you might think, let's say your goal is I want to be rich. Okay, so that's brilliant, you want to be rich, but if you don't state a number to it or a date to it, then you will be running and working and making money over and over again. You will be always unhappy because you never stated at the second time, when do I know I'm going to be rich? Is it 1 million, 50 million, 100 million, 1 billion? How much is it that makes you really happy, so that at one point you can say, okay, I've accomplished my goal, or I know this is where I want to be. So make sure you know when you've got it. So number three is, who's in control? And that means most of the time when you've got a purpose or a goal or something you want in life, you need to know who's in control. Is it only you who's going to be able to accomplish this goal, or are there other people involved? If there are other people involved, then you need to think about this whole thing again. Because try to figure out that there is something you're fully in control. Because if it's not, then you always determine on someone else. And if they drop out and start believing in something else, then this whole idea might fall apart. Okay? Okay, number four, something I talked about before, and that is when, where, and with whom do you want this whole thing? So let's say you're looking for your purpose or for something that makes you happy in life. When do you want to have that, or when do you want to have it accomplished? Where shall it happen? Shall it be at your house? Should it be a certain area you want this accomplished, or is it a worldwide project? Think about where it should be, and then also with whom. Who else should be involved, and what are their parties? This is linked to the third one, like I just told you, with who's in control. Just make sure that you're in full control, and everyone who else will be affected by it is sort of, that there are clear distinctions. Okay, number 5 is the sanity check. I call it sanity check because you might be dreaming of something really big and something you really want. You figured that all out now, but now you need to ask yourself, is this whole thing worth your time and the cost you're going to be investing into reaching this goal? And then at the very end, you need to ask yourself, is it who you really are? Because there's nothing worse than trying to copy someone else and trying to get where they are. It is good to take, let's say, a role model, or model them in terms of, let's say, you found a sports person you admire and you want to be there where this person is, or you want to earn as much money as that person does. That's all fine, but you need to be who you are at the core as a person, and you need to be real. That is really important. Whenever you think about this idea of purpose, of what you want in life, it needs to be sort of a burning desire. It needs to be something from the inside coming out. You want to tell people about it. You don't want to hold back, and it doesn't really matter what other people say. If that's the case, then you're on the right track. And it really doesn't matter what other people say, because it is your dream. Okay? So go after it and don't let anyone else talk you out of it. So, I hope you liked this video. Give me a thumbs up, let me know what your dream is, or share it below in the comment box. And I guess I'm gonna see you in the next video.